Hey everybody, it's Omilana, Philip Ryan Deal, author of Wisdom of the Orishas, which is now available on Amazon in Kindle, paperback, hardback, and audiobook. I wanted to make a video today because I was born and raised in a cult, and even though I'm not going to go into details about my personal experience, I wanted to teach you how to spot a cult, how to recognize when you're starting to get involved in situations where there are manipulative people around you who are trying to convince you to change your behavior in order to fit in with them, and some of the big warning signs that you need to look out for to make sure that you don't fall into a bad situation. First sign and biggest sign that you have stumbled upon a cult is there is always usually the cult leader or the small group of people that make all the big decisions that everybody cowers to and follows and is afraid of. Usually there's loyalty tests that people are put through to find out whether or not they're going to buck the system or buck whoever the authority figure is, or whether or not they're going to comply. Be very careful about interacting with people, especially in the spiritual community, who make really grandiose claims about their spiritual abilities and their psychic abilities and all of their spiritual powers. That is a sign of mental illness. Most of the most powerful and adept practitioners that you'll ever meet in the spiritual world, you probably would never even have guessed that they have the qualifications that they have, or they have the skills that they have, because they're just average, normal, everyday people. But mental illness is a thing, and it runs rampant in spiritual communities. And there's always people who feel like they have to take control over the entire situation. Another thing you want to be careful of is people who are trying to alienate you or separate you from your pre-existing friends or family members. Usually any kind of organizations or groups that are encouraging people to completely cut off communication with people is a bad thing. Nobody has the right to tell you who you can and cannot talk to, or what books you can and cannot read, or where you can and cannot go online. Guilt tripping and fear mongering is another thing that cults use in order to manipulate and dominate you. So what you have to understand about cults is it is all about trying to force people to modify their behavior to conform to whatever it is that group is trying to accomplish, whatever their mission is, which is usually to recruit more members. A nice little test you can actually do if you think that you might be getting involved with people who are cultish is challenge the belief, challenge the behavior, challenge the person who is controlling or running the group, to see whether or not there's this big backlash towards you for questioning them, for holding them accountable for their actions. Don't believe something somebody tells you just because they tell you it. Just because your mama told you something doesn't mean it's real or true. Just because a priest told you that doesn't mean it's real or true. You have to find out for yourself what is real and what is true. So let's just go ahead and do a quick review of the things that I talked about that are going to help you avoid a cult, spot a cult, and run in the opposite direction if you find it. Charismatic and authoritarian leaders, people who demand unquestioning loyalty to whatever dogma it is that they're talking, and also someone who doesn't have the ability to take accountability for their actions or be questioned, okay, or be checked. Manipulative techniques like love bombing on people like that they don't know, trying to isolate people away from their pre-existing friends or their family members, trying to control the information that you receive through books, through the internet, through other sources, other resources. People that try to guilt trip you for not doing something that the cult is doing, or fear-mongering, especially telling you that if you don't participate in certain activities, or you're not a member of that group, or you don't join that religion, that bad things are going to happen to you, like you're going to die if you don't do this, that, and the other. That's bullshit. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. Nothing wrong is going to happen to you if you walk away from a situation that you feel uncomfortable in. Us versus them mentality, black and white thinking, we're the only people who are right, everybody else is wrong. Cults that make claims like they have the only truth. Our religion is the only true religion. Our way of doing things is the only right way, or it's the oldest way, the most ancient way. Bullshit. Financial exploitation, groups that are telling you that you have to give them money, and you have to give them large sums of money. So what you got to remember is that cults and cult leaders usually are going to prey on people who are already vulnerable, who are already having problems in life, people who are already seeking answers for their problems, and they stumble upon these cults. And you won't know that you're in a cult until you're in it. I mean, that happens a lot, you know. Cults usually hide what they're all about, and that usually reveals itself over time. The longer you hang out with the people, the more you realize that there's something like not right here. And it's more than just a community or a group of friends that hang out. It's like people that have an agenda and are pressing this agenda on you. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope you have a great rest of the day, and may Oshun bless you and your family forever. Okay? Bye.